This is an incredible opportunity for our generation to do something different.
ESG is an acronym that is popping up all over the place. Everywhere one turns, we can see ESG, green, blue, sustainability. What is it all about?
It is a bit confusing, but ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance factors. And they're the factors that a company needs to take into account in its operations, a board needs to take into account in its strategy. Investors need to think about ESG factors when making their investments, and even us as consumers need to think about it in our day-to-day purchases.
I assume it can be very overwhelming for a business and even for the board of directors when they need to take all these consideration into account. And I also understand that if the world is to decarbonize, to meet the Paris Agreement, the commitments under the Paris Agreement, there's a lot to do now.
Absolutely. I mean, Mauritius has committed to reducing their GHG emissions by 40% by 2030. That's going to take a lot to do so.
What does it mean for a company to decarbonize?
It's very important that we are speaking about the same thing, because it's important that whatever we do in order to decarbonize, we make real world change. So a company needs to look at their operations, look at the way they do business, and see how they can do it in a less carbon intensive way and in a more sustainable way.
What I understood also is that greenwashing is about misleading the public, and an organization can be tempted about maybe using a bit too much its sustainability image.
Absolutely. I think that's the temptation, is because it's such a buzzword, because it's everywhere, and it is difficult to really grapple with the issues and actually change your operational strategy for your company to really make a real world impact. Companies can be tempted to use ESG as a marketing opportunity, to say that they're greener than they are. And already we're seeing fines imposed in different jurisdictions, regulators coming down upon companies who use ESG as a label while not really doing what they say they're doing.
But you know, I think ESG can be seen also as an opportunity. When we think about Mauritius, they have, the government has stated that we would need about 6.5 billion USD to be invested in a green project. And I understand only 35% would be provided by the private sector. So the rest would come from international organizations. When you think of all this being invested in projects in Mauritius, this is really an opportunity.
Absolutely, it's an incredible opportunity. It's an opportunity for companies who are sustainable or who have green projects that need financing to tap into this new pool of capital that's available to them. It's also an opportunity for companies to do things better, to not just focus on making profits, but to also try and improve their people and to help the people in their communities in which they operate and the planet.
I assume sustainable finance could be a driver for the change.
Absolutely. This is an incredible opportunity for our generation to do something different, to change the way that business operates so that it can operate more sustainably, to make profits, and so that we can live within our planetary boundaries. The idea being that whilst we still make profits, we also look after people and our planet so that we end with a net positive effect, actually making us all more successful in the long run.